The MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Game Podcast Network is brought to you by EdgeBoost. Thank Gamble for better. Sign up today at juice.bet with the promo code SGPN. Get a $25 deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by NYR Bets because you can claim $200 deposit bonus today. Going to NYRBets.com/SGPN200. That's SGPN200 as the promo code. And welcome, everybody, to the MLB Gambling Podcast here on the Sports Game Podcast Network. It is currently Thursday afternoon, May 15th, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm Roast Up Scott Reichel. Once again, joined by Lonte Smith. Together, we're going to break down the games for the Friday card. Not a lot of games going on right now, at least for the Thursday slate, but still better than nothing, I guess. Lonte, how's your Thursday going so far?
Not bad, man. Looking forward to the rivalry weekend that we got. Some good series ahead. So hopefully we can get on the right side and get some winners out today.
Yeah, I definitely started the day off pretty well for me on the pod as I had the Braves as my lock, -1.5. Got there. Smith-Shawver's been really good, so he was good once again. And Trevor Williams stinks, so I can't complain there. Nice win for the Braves. Besides that, though, look at the actual results that have already taken place. You are looking at the Rays, who are up 6-2 right now. The Twins won 4-0. Paddock's actually been really good lately. And the Reds did beat the White Sox 7-1. So, once again, not a lot of games that are worth talking about, but either way, still some action. Hopefully, you've been winning your bets. Anyway, moving on to the actual games for Friday. 15 games on the slate, so we're going to break down each of them in a second. Before that, the reminder that you can also find a discount on the merch store on the SGPN website because there is a brand new line of merchandise. The D-Gens line of gear is live in the merch store. And celebrate, we're taking 20% off everything in the merch store with the promo code DGens. So once again, use the code DGens at checkout for 20% off everything in the merch store. Moving on to the first game on the card for Friday. White Sox taking on the Cubs in a battle of Chicago. For this one, you have the Cubs laying 210. The White Sox are +175. You have Horton, who has a 6.75 ERA, against Smith, who is 1-2 with a 2.08 ERA. For the over-under, I see 12.5. There's going to be one of those games in Wrigley. And I see the -1.5 for the Cubs at -111. So even though Smith's been good this season, and Horton has really not pitched much, or when he has not been very good. For numbers here, he has only made one outing. He went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs against the Mets. However, I watched the White Sox play today, and they couldn't hit Nick Martinez. This offense is horrific. They can't score, and if you're going to give me a bunch of runs, the Cubs want high-scoring games because they can outscore anybody. Give me the Cubs -1.5.
Yeah, so I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm going to take the White Sox first 5. I like Smith and the way he's been pitching the ball. He's been really solid. 2.10 ERA last 5. He's coming in off 6 scoreless, 2 or less allowed, and 4 straight. Cubs been a bit up and down, 4 and 6 last 10. The bats cooled off a bit. They're under 200. They're hitting under 200 last 10, but they do hit lefties well. So that's kind of troublesome with why I don't want it a full game. But I think Shane Smith can go well here. The Cubs have, they've been okay, but just not as dominant as we're used to seeing them. The bullpen has really been struggling over the last 10. I mean, their ERA is over 5. So that's something that's kind of concerning. But again, like you pointed out, can the White Sox take advantage of that? I'm not 100% sure if they can do so for a full 9 innings. So I'll take them in the first 5 at some good plus money.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, when I'm looking at a total that high, assuming you need, how many runs do you think you're going to need to actually win this game?
I would say 8.
You think the White Sox can score 8 in the game?
No. Oh, you mean for the White Sox? No. I think
I'm saying for either team to win this game, what do you think the winning number has to be for the winning team?
I don't think the Cubs have to score much, to be honest. I think they could score 4 or 5 runs and still beat them.
I think with the wind blowing out, though, I'm assuming you're going to need at least 7 to win this game. And I don't think the White Sox can score 7. So that's why I'll go Cubs -1.5. I get your point, though. If you want to go for the better pitcher, the White Sox definitely have it. But I watched that lineup today. It is horrific. So I'll go with the Cubs -1.5. Moving on to the next game, you have the Guardians against the Reds. And now for this game, you have Bybee against Singer. For the Guardians, -120. The Reds are even money. You have Bybee 3-3, 3.8 ERA. Singer 4-2, 4.97 ERA. Singer was really good to start the season. He's been terrible since. Last 2 starts, 8 1/3, 16 hits allowed, and 11 earned runs. So not exactly pitching well recently. As for Bybee, he has been fine. Once again, 3.8 ERA. Has not been good on the road, though, 6.64 ERA. However, he has allowed less than 3 earned runs in 4 straight starts. The Reds offense woke up, finally, for a game. Then again, Bryce Wilson's terrible, so they might just be in a batting practice pitcher. But I'll go with the Guardians here. I think the price is pretty generous when you're looking at the Guardians, who I think are the better team. And they're basically minus 120 with, in my opinion, the better pitcher and with the better overall roster. Total, by the way, for this game is set at 9. Singer's been that bad recently. I'll go with the Guardians.
Yeah, I like the Guardians as well. Also like the under. Reds just inconsistent. I mean, they were swept by the White Sox. They were -6 in that series. They've lost 8 of 10. Cleveland's won.
They won the finale, but they lost the series.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. My notes are from earlier today without these games. But Cleveland's won 7 of 10. They're 2-3 in the last 5, all of those at home. They haven't been scoring as of late, 2 runs or less in 3 of their last 5. The bullpen's ERA is over 5, so that's a little bit concerning, but I think I can trust their bullpen to kind of go into form. I think we got the better pitcher here. Cincinnati offense, like you said, they woke up today, but I don't really trust them consistency-wise. They've had 2 runs or less scored in 7 of their last 11 games. They're also under in 8 of their last 10. I don't really trust Singer. He got a low K rate. Walks have been kind of up and down. 16 hits in his last 2 starts, 11 earned runs in his last 2 as well. I like Bybee. 2 earned runs in or less in 4 straight. Good competition face. He faced the Yankees, the Phillies, and the Twins, who are hot right now. He's also been ultra efficient. So I think we got the better pitcher. We got the better all-around team, like you mentioned. I like Cleveland. I like the under.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it would be under for me too, with Cleveland being involved. But Singer being that bad, and with the actual, once again, situation where the Reds have been just ice cold at the plate, besides Bryce Wilson, who's atrocious.
Right.
I think the Guardians will look sharp here. So I'll go with Cleveland with you. Moving on to the next game, you have the Pirates taking on the Phillies in a battle of Pennsylvania. For this one, you have Heaney against Suarez. Phillies are minus 225. Pirates are plus 185 for the over-under. I see 8.5. For the run line, I see the Phillies at minus 1.5 at even money. Suarez was really bad in his first outing, but then really good in his second outing. Last outing, 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs against Cleveland as they won 7-1. Heaney, though, has had a pretty good year, 2-3, 3.15 ERA. He has been good on the road, 2.65 ERA, but his last 3 have been kind of shaky. He got back on track a little bit against the Braves last time out, but he has walked 10 guys in his last 3 starts, and he has gone about 14 1/3 innings with 10 earned runs. So he's been a mess for the last 3 starts. He was better last time out, but I do think Suarez will pitch well. I'm not a fan of Pittsburgh at all. Even money I like. Give me the Phillies minus 1.5.
Yep, completely agree. I mean, Pittsburgh's going to be a fade team for me. I mean, they've only scored over 3 runs twice in their last 10, so they're struggling offensively. And if you look on top of that, they don't hit lefties particularly well. I think they're under 230 versus lefties. Philly on the opposite side, they are elite versus lefties, hitting almost 280. They've won 6 of 10. Offense has picked up after, it's picked up after a slower start. It's been pretty consistent over the last few. Suarez up and down, but I trust the offense to kind of get things done against Haney, who's, you brought it up, the walk issues. He's also allowed 4 home runs in his last 3 starts. I think the Phillies can take advantage of that. So I like the minus 1.5 with you.
Yeah. Moving on to the next game, Subway Series. A lot of in-state rivalries for the weekend. Man. You have the Mets taking on the Yankees. So for this one, the Mets, of course, have been great this season. They are 28-16. Yankees are 25-18. However, Mets are 11-11 on the road. McGill's pitching 3-3, 3.1 ERA. Rodon's pitching for the Yankees 4-3, 3.29 ERA. Yankees are minus 150, and the Mets are plus 125. For the over/under in this game, I see the line being set at 9 or 8.5. The total feels pretty high to me. Yeah. I'll go with the under in this one. The Yankees were able to win 2 out of 3 against Seattle. They look good in the opener. They didn't look good besides that. Goldschmidt had a pinch hit home run. Judge had a home run.
Build up.
But they were really not good offensively the last 2 games of that series. The Mets owned the Yankees last year. They're getting plus money. I think it's appealing. Rodon's actually pitched well, but all the starts get sabotaged by the bullpen because he's been good recently. And I think you're looking at Rodon, who might pitch well again, but I do think the Yankees bullpen is clearly worse than the Mets bullpen. I like the value on the Mets. Give me Mets money line at around plus 125, give or take.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Yankees. They're back home from a road trip, 4-2 in that span. Mets have won 4 straight against the Yankees. They do hit lefties pretty well, but they do also struggle a little bit on the road versus their home splits. McGill, I'm not really too high on. I mean, he's got 3 straight losses, 8 combined in his last 2. He does have a high K rate, and we talked about the Yankees offense. But I think Rodon can go well. And early on, I mean, 1.71 ERA his last 5, 2 or less in 4 of those 5 games. 3 of those 5 starts, he held the team scoreless. Man, he's coming in off a shaky start versus the A's. I think he allowed 4 earned, 2 home runs. But I think he shakes back here against a tough Mets offense. And if he goes well, I mean, he's pitched well into the 6 innings, that's 6+ innings in 5 straight. He's also had 7 Ks in 4 of those. So as long as he can give us, 6 2/3, maybe 7 to kind of balance out that bullpen, I like the Yankees to get things done at home. It's a big series for him. I think they take care of business in this first game.
Yeah, I can get behind that too. But I do think at the end of the day, for the value for me, I understand why you want to go for the Yankees, but I think that 150 is a bit too high. I preferred for the Yankees were like minus 125.
I respect
but
that.
I don't know. I'm going to ask you, though, because the Yankees did win the series. Did you like how they played against Seattle?
You know me, man. I'm pessimistic Yankee fan. I never really like how they play. But no, I mean, Judge bailed us out. Goldie bailed us out.
Goldschmidt had a pinch hit home run. I mean, Grisham's been good too, but
and then
there are a lot of guys in that lineup that have just not done it for me.
Yeah. Yankees have historically haven't really done well against Seattle, especially in Seattle. Like
I know Judge has. Judge has great numbers against Seattle, but I feel like it kind of went the same way as usual. I mean, I feel that the Yankees usually lose 2 out of 3, and there's 1 extra inning game in there that they never win, and that did happen as they lost another extra inning game to Seattle. But they won 2 out of 3. It's better than I remember usually.
Yeah, that's fair.
So either way, Yankees have won a couple games recently, but I still have not liked how they've been hitting the ball. So I'll go with the Mets.
Likewise.
Moving on to the next game, you have another rivalry between the Nationals and the Orioles. For this one, you have Gore against Gibson. Nationals minus 110, Orioles minus 110. Gore was pretty solid to start the season, been bad since 2-4, 3.59 ERA, but he did give up 4 earned in his last outing against the Cardinals. But as a whole, he's been fine so far this season. As for Gibson, damn, he's been terrible. 0-2, 13+ ERA. He has allowed at least 3 earned in every outing. He's allowed at least 5 earned in 2 of the 3 outings. And the Orioles have lost all 3 starts by at least 3 runs. He's also walked 6 guys, given up 7 home runs. So Gibson's been terrible. This is easy for me. Give me the Nationals. I understand that the Orioles on paper might have talent, but this team can't hit. They got shut out by Chris Paddock today. I'll go with the Nationals, who I think are better right now. Give me Washington.
100% agree. I love Mackenzie Gore, man. He's got a low hit rate his last 5 games, high K rate per usual. He's typically either he has it or he doesn't. And most of this year he's had it. 3 runs or less allowed in 4 straight. Baltimore, I mean, pretty much a fade team. They're 2-8 in their last 10. Their 2 wins came against the Angels. So do they really count? Gibson, you talked about him, 12 earned runs last 2, 16 hits in that span, low K rate. Washington's offense is a little bit feisty, so they should be able to put the bat on the ball. I like them when they get on base. They're really aggressive. They're really aggressive than what they have been in the past. So I think Gore can go well here. I'm going to take first 5 and full game. So I think the Washington Nats get it done tomorrow in Baltimore.
Yeah, I think the price is way too cheap for Gibson pitching and this Orioles team being in free fall.
Yep.
Moving on to the next game, you have the Tigers taking on the Blue Jays. Tigers keep surging. Shout out to Javi Baez. Before the Tigers, they are currently with a record of 29-15. Toronto, though, is 21-21, which is actually good enough for second place. Tells you about the AL East has been. Flaherty, though, is 1-5, 4.61 ERA. Francis, though, is 2-5, 5.4 ERA. Tigers minus 130. Blue Jays are plus 110. And the over-under in this game is set at 8.5. Juice of the under. I'm taking Detroit. I think this team's just better than Toronto. Toronto's a 500 team for a reason. It's because they're not very good. Detroit, though, I think is very good. They'd be my pick to win the American League right now. So I'll go with the Tigers with a pretty cheap price, but I think they're better than Toronto by, in my opinion, a decent margin. And both starting pitchers have not been good compared to expectations. Give me the Tigers at around minus 130.
Yeah, I like the Tigers as well. I like the over. If you get plus money on that over, I like that. I mean, Francis 2-3 with an ERA around 6.5 in his last 5. He's got a high hit rate. He's allowed 6+ in 4 straight. And that's really bad news for Detroit, who's coming in hitting nearly 300 in their last 10 on 11 hits and 8 runs per 9. in that span. So they're hitting the ball pretty well. And if you counter that, they hit the ball well already on the road. I want to see Flaherty kind of get into a little bit of more of a groove. I mean, he's lost, 5 straight starts, ERA above 6, 4+ runs allowed, and 8 home runs allowed in his last 5. So I'd like to see him clean things up here. Toronto's been inconsistent as of late. They had a good series sweep up against Seattle, but they're 500 in the last 10. But they've won 5 of their last 6. So trending in a decent direction is it's just a team that I can't trust. I think Flaherty can have some success here. So I like Detroit. I like the over. Detroit's also over in 9 of 10. Toronto's over in 9 of 10 as well. So I think over and Detroit is going to be a good play here.
I'm with you on the over. I see even money. If you want to go
I love
4
that.
to 8.
Love that. Yeah, I love that.
Before we get into the other games on the card for Friday, a reminder that we are brought to you by Juice. They are the first ever bank gamble for bettors. You can also ensure that all your transactions, gambling related, are approved. No usage fees and home balance. You can cash rewards as well. 100% approval for open deposits. You can also sign up today at edjuice.bet with the promo code SGPN. Deposit $25 in Edjuice match deposit. Edjuice.bet promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by NYRA Bets. We have the Preakness right on the corner. There's no better place and better time to get on the action than with NYRA Bets. Sign up today with promo code SGPN200. Score $200 deposit match bonus. Once again, nyrabets.com/SGPN200 to claim a $200 deposit match bonus today. nyrabets.com/SGPN200. We're also brought to you by Nick Fans because they just launched a new game mode, which is ladders, worth 500 times your entry. When you sign up for your new account, use the promo code MLB SGPN to get a special pick and a first-time deposit offer up to 1K bonus cash on a fantasy promo code MLB SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through the first couple games on the Friday card. Time to move on to the next game. Have the Braves against the Red Sox. Red Sox they got swept by Detroit. It was not pretty. Braves were pretty good against the Nationals. They ended up winning the game today. Should have won the game on Wednesday as well, but the bullpen sucks. They ended up blowing that game. But for this one, you have Sale against Crochet in a phenomenal pitching matchup. Red Sox, though, are minus 130. Braves are plus 110. For the over-under in this one, I see it being at 8. And I'll ask you for this one, because Sale has been better lately.
Yeah.
At least the last couple starts, he's given up less than 3 in 5 straight. So he's turned a corner. As for Crochet, he's been great the entire season, as he has a 1.93. First glance, first 5 under. Should be 4.
Yep.
I think that's the way to go about it. For the actual side, it would be Atlanta money line because they're plus money. I would take whichever pitcher was getting plus money here, but I prefer the under. I see a 3-2 type game.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you. I like the under as well. This is a tough game for me to handicap. Sale returning to Boston. Atlanta's offense has not been good, but it's actually been better on the road than at home, surprisingly. They're under in 8 of the last 10 games. Sale, you mentioned 2 or less in 5 straight. His hit rate still has been a bit high, although teams just haven't been able to convert. We know he is a big strikeout pitcher, 8+ Ks in 3 straight games.
And the Red Sox strike out a ton, though. That could be a problem.
A ton. Yeah, so I will probably be laddering him up. But I think I'm going to take Boston here. I mean, they got embarrassed by Detroit. They allowed 6+ runs in 3 straight games against them. The starting pitching ERA has been atrocious, above 5 here. But Crochet coming in, he's been alternating wins and losses, but overall he's been pretty good. Boston hits lefties really well, about 270. So I'm going to take the home team, Boston, to kind of bounce back. But I can kind of see where you're going with that plus money on Atlanta. But I gotta see it from Sale, because if he's allowing a lot of contact against this Boston lineup, they could be able to take advantage of that, especially as well as they hit lefties.
Yeah, it's just based on form for me. I just think Boston's been in bad form. I just don't want to lay 130 there. So I'll go with the plus money and what could be a coin flip.
Yeah, I get it.
Moving on to the Florida rivalry, you have the Rays against the Marlins. Now, for this one, you have Bradley against Mayer. For this one, I don't know if I have any lines. I do not. So I can't actually talk about it. But both pitchers have been okay, not great. Mayer had a pretty good run, and then he kind of fell off a bit. Bradley, though, has been better lately. He has given up 2 earned in 3 straight, so he has been pitching pretty well recently. Mayer, though, was great earlier. Then he kind of struggled a bit, but he did end up giving up 5 earned in 3 straight. So he has really regressed. We'll see what happens, but for the actual pricing, I'm assuming Tampa will be favored, but I don't actually know. If they're going to be, maybe like minus 125. Like, it shouldn't be much, but I think Bradley's better than Mayer right now. So I'll go with Tampa.
Yeah,
I don't feel great about it, but Mayer's given up 5 and 3 straight. So
yeah, tough for me to gauge what I probably. I'm assuming we'll get Miami at plus money. I like Miami at plus money as long as it's probably like 120-ish or 115-ish, something like that. They played a gauntlet of a schedule this whole month, which is kind of skewing their numbers. Offense has been down after over this last month going against those elite offenses and defenses. They're hitting around 220 last 10. They're hitting the ball pretty well, 7 hits per game, but just under 3 runs per 9 in that span. I like Meyer. Like, he's been horrible like his last 3 starts. 15 earned, 20 hits, 11 Ks, 9 walks, 5 home runs. If you look at the previous 2, he's got 3 earned runs, 22 Ks, 2 walks, and 10 hits. So a true like Jekyll and Hyde system that he's got going on. But I don't really trust Tampa, especially not on the road. So anything with plus money, I'll take Miami. Probably be first 5, but I love the over too. I think both pitchers may allow some runs here.
Yeah, I can get behind that too. It does involve trusting 2 offenses I don't really like, but Tampa's offense over the last couple of games have been good. Maybe that's testament to how bad Toronto's pitching is, but still. They got the Gaussman earlier today, so we'll see what happens. But I don't mind the over. Maybe raise team total over, but I think that you're going to see, in my opinion, a pretty cheap number on Tampa, who's played well over the last week or 2. Moving on to the Cardinals against the Royals. Now, for this game, you have a matchup between Palante and Reagans. The Royals are minus 160. Cardinals, who've been surging lately, are plus 135. Palante, though, 3-2, 4.36 ERA. He has not been good on the road as he's a 4.82 ERA. He was in bad form, pitched well against the Nationals last time out, though. Ended up going 7 1/3, gave up 2 earned. His only good start, basically, in the last month and a half. But for Reagans, he was very good. Then he was pretty bad at the end, got injured, came back, and since then, 1 very good start, 1 bad start, as he struggled against the Red Sox, giving up 4 runs, 7 hits in 5 innings. But the strikeouts have been really good. He struck out 19 guys in 10 innings since coming back. I like the strikeouts here. But for the actual pricing, give me St. Louis. I understand the Royals at home have been very good, and the Cardinals are not a good road team. The Cardinals, though, I think have won 10 of 11.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, they've been really, really good. And Palante, I think, can go some length. Reagans has only gone 5 since coming back from injury. So I don't really like the idea of laying 160 when the starter is going to probably go 5 tops in this outing. But they've won 10 of 11. They've been really good. Give me the Cardinals at what I think is a pretty decent plus money price.
Yeah, I don't love it because of Palante, but I like the Cardinals either. But just current form, I mean, they've won 6 of 7 in their last road stretch. So, like, the pitching has been a lot better as of late. The bullpen specifically, if you look at their bullpen over the last 10 games, they got a 1.08 ERA. They hit lefties okay, around like 240-ish against lefties. Kansas City's 2-4 the last 6 after sweeping the White Sox, which, I mean, that doesn't really count. They don't typically they don't hit the ball well at home, which is weird. I think they're around like closer to 240 on the road, but they're around like 230-ish at home. But Reagan's hit rate's been fluctuated. Like you said, coming back from the injury, he's allowed 4+ runs in 3 of his last 4. I'm going to take St. Louis and hold my nose. Although Palante's hit rate's been a little bit high, he's allowed 6+ in 4 of his last 5. But again, can Kansas City capitalize? I'm not sure if they can. So just off price alone, I would take St. Louis. I wanted Kansas City to be anywhere between like 130 and 135, and then that would be backable. But at 160, 165, I can't do it.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention, by the way, totals at 8.5. I like the under in this game. Yep. Then total's a bit high. Fun fact, though, the Cardinals have allowed less than 3 runs in 7 of their last 8 games.
That bullpen, man. That
bullpen's been great.
Been good.
So there you go. The point is, I'll go with the Cardinals at what I think is a pretty decent price. Moving on to the Astros against the Rangers. Now, for this one, you have the matchup between McCullers and Eovaldi. McCullers came back, and he's been terrible. Mentioning the numbers here, he has gone 4 innings total, 7 earned, walked 6 guys. Last outing, he went a third of an inning, gave up 3 hits, and 7 earned runs. As for Eovaldi, he's been really good. 4-2, 1.78 ERA for the number. Recently, he is off of a very good start. Last time out, he was against the Tigers. 7 innings, hits, no runs. He's allowed 2 runs in his last 4 starts combined. He's been amazing. McCullers has been atrocious. Once again, I mentioned the money line here for Texas being about minus 180. Just give me the Rangers first 5 minus half a run.
Yep. I agree with you. I like the Rangers. I mean, I'm not into laying 180, but if you want to get Eovaldi to record a win. He probably can get that at a nice plus price.
Mm.
He's been really good, man. ERA under 2 in his last 5, 2 combined in his last 3 starts, 2 walks in his last 5. Good quality of offenses as well. So he's not just pitching against the White Sox or teams like that. He's pitching against
Detroit couldn't touch him last time.
Yeah.
Out.
Right, and we just talked about how good Detroit's been. Texas has trended up for me, man. I mean, they're 7-3 in their last 10, 5 straight wins. The offense, if they can stay consistent, they could be pretty dangerous. I mean, the pitching has been outstanding. They got 4+ runs in 7 of the last 10. But if you look at just those 7 wins, they're averaging 6.2 runs in that span as well. So I trust Texas. Houston's 500 team, about what in the last 10. Don't trust McCullers. You went over the numbers. I like Texas first 5 in full game.
Yeah, for the total, by the way, total is at 8.5. I didn't have any thoughts because I trust Texas to do something against McCullers.
Yep.
I don't trust Houston to do anything against Uvalde, so maybe a team total for one of these two teams.
Yep.
But it's a bit tricky for the team total, though, because you want to get a piece of the other pitcher. Because you want to take the over on McCullers, but you also want to get Uvalde. So I don't know if it's even worth taking the team total.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you're kind of stuck. So just give me the Rangers first 5 minus half a run.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next game, you have the Twins against the Brewers. The Twins might be quite shorthanded, actually, for this game because the two most injury-prone players on the team collided with each other today, and they both got hurt. Correa and Buxton left early concussion protocol, so I'll see if they actually play in this game. It's baseball, probably not. So keep that in mind. Might be missing a couple of key pieces in that lineup. Ryan, though, is against Patrick. Ryan's been really good, 2.74 ERA. Both teams minus 110. Patrick, 2-3, 3.19 ERA. We'll point out at home, 2.38 ERA. But like most of Patrick's starts, he goes in no distance. So you have to question just how much length he's going to give them. Minnesota is 9-14 on the road. Milwaukee is 12-7. For the over-under, I see 8 or 7.5. Ryan's been good, I get it. But without Correa, without Buxton, I have questions about this offense, which is not very good to begin with. Give Milwaukee at home. I think it might be a trap line. People might expect Minnesota just because of how well they've played and what the price is with Ryan. But with the injuries, it's a big deal for a bad offense.
Yeah.
Give Milwaukee at home.
Yeah, I like the under. I'm staying away from the side, but like Ryan's been really, really good, man. 5 combined in his last 3 starts, 26 Ks, 3 walks in that stand. He's going a lot of distance. He's also pitched in 5 straight unders. Patrick's pitched in 5 straight unders, has not allowed over 3 runs in his last 5 starts. Hit rate's kind of fluctuating, but like you said, if those two guys are banged up or compromised by any means, then I don't know where the offense is coming from. Milwaukee's inconsistent offensively. They haven't really been hitting the ball well, about 210 in their last 10. So I trust both pitches to kind of go well, and we get like a 3-2, 2-1 type of game. So I love the under in this spot. I would also split a unit, just go first 5 under in full game as well.
Yeah, I like the under too, but I think for the sake of the injuries in the lineup that are not adjusted to yet in the market, Milwaukee probably closes as a favorite when Correa and Buxton get ruled out. I don't know how much Buxton's worth. What do you think he's worth? Like 15 cents?
I would say, I mean, current form, the way they've been playing, I would say maybe like 20.
He homered today. Before he got hurt. He's also a good defensive center fielder.
Yeah, maybe like 20.
That's kind of what I'm saying, though. Assuming both guys actually miss, then this line might climb heavily. So I'll take Milwaukee now before the line moves. Moving on to the Rockies against the Diamondbacks. Rockies are 2-20 on the road. They're 7-36 overall. We don't know who's pitching. Who cares? For Arizona, you have Burns, who was very, very good against the Dodgers last start. 2-1, 2.95 ERA. I have nothing on this game, but it's Diamondbacks minus 1.5 or pass. I got nothing else to add.
Yeah, team total over as well. The only thing I will ask is the Diamondbacks have been playing a tough stretch. Yep. So I think here they can kind of relax a little bit, stretch their legs, and probably put up double-digit runs in a couple of these games. So I expect nothing less than 7 or 8 runs in the series per game. So I will be taking Arizona team totals for sure.
Yeah, I feel like it's another similar spot to what we started with Texas. I want to take the team total, but I also want to back Burns. So I feel like the Diamondbacks might just kill this team and win by like 5 runs. They really might destroy them the entire series. So
yeah, they should. They should.
Yeah, Arizona minus 1.5, minus 2.5. They really might bury this team. Moving on to the next game between the Mariners and the Padres. Padres are at home, 16-5 at home. For the Mariners, they are 10-8 on the road, 23-19 overall, off of losing these series of the Yankees. You have Evans, 6.6 ERA against Kolick, who's been amazing. had a complete game shutout in a second start against the Rockies in Coors,
Unreal.
which is kind of nuts. Of a
Yeah.
nice job by Kolek to pitch well. But point is, the lines itself don't exist in this game either. Seattle will be a dog, probably a decent amount. I'd say San Diego, like minus 150, minus 160?
Yeah, I like Seattle at that price.
I'm going to guess because Evans has been horrific, so I'm assuming that San Diego will be a decent favorite in this game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, for sure.
So you're on Seattle?
I'll be on Seattle for sure. I mean, they've had a tough stretch. Offense has been in a funk. Pitching, also been not up to par. Starters ERA of almost 7 in their last 10. But they do play well on the road. They hit pretty well on the road. So I think they'll bounce back here and get one of these first two. This one will be a prime candidate to be gotten. And I'll probably look at over as well.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go San Diego minus 1.5. I'll disagree. Seattle's offense, we know, has been performing pretty well this season, but I wonder if the regression has already been in store because they have scored less than 4 runs in 5 of their last 6. They're starting to cool off a bit. San Diego's great at home. I know you're looking at the numbers that Kolek has. I think that Evans is horrific, so I'll go with the Padres minus 1.5 at home. They're great in Petco. I'll back them there for this one. Moving on to the LA rivalry, which is not a rivalry because one team's good and one team's bad. But for the actual matchup, you have the Dodgers hosting the Angels. Now, for this game, the Angels are obviously massive dogs because the Angels are a really bad baseball team. For the pricing, though, I see no lines. However, you have Kachanowicz against May, so we'll see what happens here. But you're assuming the Dodgers will be massive favorites in the $2+ range, and Kachanowicz sucks. So I'm going with Dodgers minus 1.5, but I'll let you try to talk me off it. But
I will not.
Kachanowicz is horrific. Yeah, he's really bad too.
The Angels are too.
Yeah, they're really bad.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I got nothing else. I got nothing else to add, man. I'll be on the Dodgers team total. I feel like the same handicap applies that we did for the Diamondbacks game. Dodgers have been fluctuating, inconsistencies. I think at home against a below average team, a bottom tier team, I think they stretch their legs a little bit and get the offense completely rolling at home. So team total over all weekend for the Dodgers.
Yeah. Moving on to the next game. This is, I believe, the final game on the card, unless I'm forgetting one. I think it's the final game.
Yep, it is.
Yes, it is. So you got the A's against the Giants. Now, I have good news. We actually have lines on this game. We did have a couple games in a row with no lines, so apologies there, but we have lines on this one. For the game, Giants minus 172. You see the A's at around plus 144. For the over-under, I see 7.5. And for the actual run line in this game, I see the Giants minus 1.5 at plus 128. Sears, though, has been good as well. 4-2, 2.8 ERA. He was very good against the Yankees. 5 innings, 1 run. Then they pulled him, and the bullpen sucked, but they won the game anyway. But Sears has been pitching pretty well lately. He has given up less than 3 earned in 5 straight. As for Webb, we know at home he is incredible every year. He's 4-3 with a 2.6 ERA. I'm going to ask you, though, a trivia question. So far this season, Webb has thrown 20 and a third innings pitched in his home ballpark. Do you want to guess what his ERA is at home?
I will say 2.5.
It is 0.44.
Jesus Christ.
He's given up 1 run in 3 starts combined.
Jesus.
Yeah, 0.44. He has struck out 22 batters and 20 in the third. So Jesus. I'm not going against Webb. That's just not going to happen. The question is, do I want to go with the under in this game? Yes, I do. I definitely want the under in this game because I do think Sears can go pretty well. It doesn't go much distance, though, so maybe the first 5 under if it's at 4. But I can't go against Webb. A 0.44 ERA, and I can get the run line at plus 128. That's a great deal. I'll go with the Giants minus 1.5.
Yeah, I think I like the A's.
I get it because it's a good price for a team that's been good on the road, but Sears goes no length, and I don't like the bullpen that much. It's kind of the problem.
Yeah, and 1.93 ERA his last 5. He's got a low K rate. If you look at Webb, his hit rate is a bit high, but he's kind of keeping the ball in the park. He's not allowing a ton of.
It's all ground balls.
Yeah, he's allowing a ton of home runs. Man, listen, if the A's can get in rhythm, man, the top of that lineup can be dangerous. So I'm going to take the A's. Sears has a low K rate too, so I can kind of see San Francisco kind of getting to him, and they're hitting around 270 the last 10, averaging 5.3 runs per 9. So I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to go over and go with the A's.
Yeah, it's just tough for me to go against a guy with a
That's fair.
.440 rate home.
Yeah,
So
I
that's how I'm looking at it.
listen, I'm an A's fanatic.
I mean, they're a good team, and you're getting good prices on them more often than not. But I just think Webb's a guy I never want to fade at home. So that's how I'm going to look at it.
I'm with you.
Anyway, before we get into the lock and dog plays for the Friday games, a reminder that we are brought to you by our sponsor Rhythm, because they are the home of AI back picks and props. Also available for the NBA playoffs, the MLB Pro Markets, and the WNBA. Season does start tomorrow, so keep that in mind. Build your own model. Very simple and easy to do. You can also try it for free for a week by using the 7-day free trial. When you sign up, though, for your account, you can use some discount codes. They have 25% off the monthly subscription with the promo code SGPN25, 50% off the annual subscription with promo code SGPN50. That's Rhythm, promo code SGPN25 for SGPN50. Sign up for the 7-day free trial, though, by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. We're also brought to you by MyBookie, because MyBookie is the easiest place in every sport. They have the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs, they have baseball, they have UFC, you name it, props in every game. Also use it from a ton of locations. Also use crypto for easy deposits, and fast payouts. When you sign up, use the account, when you sign up for your new account, use the promo code SGPN to get a 100% match up to 1K. Terms and conditions apply. Look at that promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Circa Fantasy Football Giveaway, because they are having the ultimate fantasy football giveaway and experience at Circa Resort, because they are giving away a 12-person league to draft in Vegas. They're giving away a 2-night stay. So if you want to draft in Vegas, you can do so while being treated like VIPs for your stay. 2-night stay at Circa for the entire 12-person league. Hold your draft at Cabana Stadium Swim with a $5,000 food and beverage credit, along with transportation to and from the airport. And a reminder, you'd also get a welcome party at a legacy club for the league. The contest is from May 5th to June 30th. Sign up at sportsgamblingpodcast.com for Circa, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/CIRCA. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finish going through every game on the Friday card. Time to move on into the lock and dog picks. Lonte, let you go first. What's going to be your lock and dog for the show?
Yeah, so I think it's the first time I ever took a total for the lock. But let's go Minnesota, Milwaukee under. You talked about it with the, I guess maybe a shakeup in the order if Buxton and Correa aren't able to go. Despite that, I like both pitchers. I think they're going well. If you look at their numbers, both the pitchers have pitched in 5 straight unders. I think they can go well. Milwaukee offense, inconsistent. Ryan's been really good. Patrick's been really good, especially at home as well. So I like that under 8.5 there. For the dog, I'm going to take you know what? Yeah, let's pivot. Let's go with Texas, -1.5. You can get plus money on that. I like the way Texas is trending. I like Evaldi. Houston, not too fond of, especially on the road. Texas has been scoring a lot of runs, and that's been the most concerning thing with them. But in their trajectory, trending up in those 5 straight wins, they've been playing extremely well offensively. So give me Texas -1.5. You can get that at let me get the number. Where are you, Texas? Jesus. -1.5 at
I see
plus
118.
plus 120.
Okay.
Yep, let's do it.
Cool. For my lock, I'm going to go with the Nationals. Not going to overthink it. I'll fade Gibson every time. Guy's terrible. I think Gore can go well enough. We saw Baltimore struggle against Minnesota. They get swept in that series?
I think so.
I think they got swept. They've been terrible. So give me the Nationals here. I think this team's feisty, as you said before, and Gore's significantly better than the Gibson option for Baltimore. Give me the Nationals money line at around -108. For my dog, you know what? I'm going to go for it. Give me the Mets on the money line at +124. Rodon's been fine, but the Yankees didn't impress me offensively against Seattle. I think the Mets they've had this team's number. I think you said it before, they won 4 in a row against the Yankees.
4 straight. Yep.
I think that the Mets right now as an overall team are deeper than the Yankees, and I think the Yankees bullpen's a problem. So I'll go with the Mets money line here at +124 as my dog. For the home run pick, Lonte, anybody you want to go with?
I like Eugenio Suarez. Sorry for butchering his name. If
I got that right.
If his family's watching. Yes, but I like him, man. He's been hitting the ball pretty well. He's got 3 home runs in his last 6. He's got 5 He's got a hit or 2 hits in 5 of his last 7. Really seeing the ball well. We talked about Colorado. Even though we don't know who the pitcher is, I think you can kind of pencil in a bum. So let's go with Eugenio Suarez to hit a bomb tomorrow.
Yeah, by the way, I am seeing a potential pitching change in that Orioles game. I'm seeing Cade Povich right now.
The
good news is he also sucks, so it doesn't really matter. I'd rather see Gibson, but I do think it's worth mentioning that he also has allowed 7 home runs, because I am going to go with a guy on the Nationals, and I am going to go with James Wood for this
Lightning.
one. 11 home runs this season. It is worth mentioning that Povich is a lefty, and he's actually batting well against lefties, 286. So Wood's been good against lefties and righties. I think either pitcher, whether it's Gibson or Povich, struggle in this one. Wood's been good, though. Give me the home run for him as my pick. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for the show. We're back once again on Sunday for the Monday games. Lonte, anything else you want to
add? Friday. We'll be back tomorrow, me and you.
Cool. Yep. Looking forward to it. Oh, sorry. I forgot that today's Thursday. My bad. Go back tomorrow again for Friday for the Saturday games. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Sorry. I thought it was Friday for a second. Anyway.
I wish it was.
Next time, find me on Twitter, Reichel Radio. Find him on Twitter at, once again, XXLonteXX. Till next time, good luck to all of you and all of your bats. Bye, everyone.